Hi guys, it's Machaela and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my Project Pan update for the month of May. I can't believe that we are already done with April. I do have an exciting update this month. I finished 2 items, and yes, they were the 2 items that I was hoping to finish in my last update. I managed to successfully do it, but let's just go ahead and get into it. I kind of go through these order of which I would put them on my face, just makes it a little bit easier for me. But let's go ahead and start in with my Benefit Brow. My goal is to use this 100 times. I used this only 8 times this month, which was my goal. My goal each month is a minimum of 8 to 9 times, so I barely hit it. I was hoping to get some more uses out of this, considering that I am liking it as an eyeliner. I just didn't use it as an eyeliner as much, but that makes it 67 more uses left to go, which is still quite a ways. But if I continue at this pace, as long as I don't use it any less than 8 times per month, I should be able to meet my goal by the end of the year. Let's go ahead and go on to my primer this month. It's the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I used this a total of 10 times, which is about what I've been using it. Looks like it is going to be slow progress, so hopefully I can finish this by the end of the year. I keep saying this, but I would like to ultimately use it a little bit more in order to finish it up by the end of the year, but if I don't, it's okay. I'll probably just put it back in my collection and try panning something different. I don't hate this. I'm just using this with my other primers, so I do like this. I am enjoying panning it. I just wish my progress was a little bit more. Let's move on to the first empty of the month, and that is my Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. I loved this stuff. I enjoyed panning it. I used this a total of 8 times this month, and that was just to get me to finish it. A total of 35 uses the entire year. Now realistically, looking at those numbers, I kind of wish I could have finished it sooner, but just because of the way I was wearing my foundations throughout this year, I just didn't quite finish it sooner. But 35 uses is just over a full month of using it for it to be finished, so I am regretting not just using it sooner so I could be panning more. At the same time, I also have been loving just reaching for my other foundations as well. My overall final thoughts on this product are it is a holy grail product. I would buy it again. The scent kind of smells like a vintage perfume scent, so if you don't like that, you might not like this. However, this brings me back to my childhood and it reminds me of my great grandma, so I actually really love it. I love that it has a very skin-like finish. I love that it has a flawless finish. So I would totally repurchase this. I think what I'm going to do is I am loving my Dior foundations just as much as I love this, if not a little bit better. But after I use those up, I'll probably go ahead and repurchase this one, but this is definitely something I could see coming back into my collection. Moving on to my Ulta Beauty Baked Bronzer. This I actually used more times this month than I have in the past, and I did use it as an eyeshadow, as a crease shade a couple of times this month, just certain looks I was going for. So I actually used this a total of 16 times. My goal is to use this 100 times, and I only have 50 uses left to go. So I am halfway there. I'm pretty happy with that number. Honestly, if I could keep using this at this rate, I would like that. I don't know how realistic that is, because the extra times I did use this month has been very specific towards looks. That doesn't mean I can't do it, but ideally this is a great number. I would not mind being at this number at all this month or incoming months, but I'm excited to be at the halfway mark of hitting my goal on this. I do not think I will hit pan on this with the 100 uses mark. That was not my goal. I just wanted to get as much use out of it as I could this year, and I'm happy with that progress. Moving on to my Colorpop blush in the shade Too Cool for School. My goal is to finish this. I only used this 8 times, and realistically that's kind of where I've been at all along, 8 to 9 times. I'm hoping to finish it. At this point it might be it might take me through the rest of the year, if not going into next year. And also because I used to use a beauty blender with this. Now I'm liking a brush better, which doesn't pick up as much product, which doesn't make the progress go down. I've also been working on panning the sides, so in the close-up photos I don't believe there will be a whole lot of progress, but I am slowly working on the side, so I think that's where the majority of the progress is going. But I am still enjoying this blush. This was not like last year's blush where I hated it. I wear this as often as I could. It is one of my favorite blushes in my collection. I'm just hoping I can finish it up before it goes bad. And then another item that I am planning on finishing up, and I am actually pretty happy with this, is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. My goal is to finish this. I use this a total of 35 times this month. Yes, I do count using it as an eyelid base and then on my cheeks as 2 separate uses, and any other use, like if I were to use it as an inner corner highlight, I would count that as a 3rd use. I almost have pan on the bottom there. I have very much flattened it out, so hopefully, again, I would love to finish this off by the end of the year, but if not, I am just certain that I will finish it off next year. But I am enjoying this highlight. I love it. It's just a very subtle highlight. It's a highlight that goes with everything. I can put it on without thinking about it. It works great as an eyeshadow base. So I am enjoying this, and I am really happy with the amount of progress I am making. This was kind of put into the project to be in for the long haul, and I feel like I will be so excited when I can finish this up. But I am using it more. I have more uses on it than there are days in the month, so that tells me that I'm enjoying panning this and that what I'm doing is working. And on to the final item. I did finish this up too. I've been panning this since last year. So this is my Urban Decay Vice lipstick, and I finished it. I did clean out the pan in here. I do plan on reusing the packaging here. This was an old Mario Badescu. It was part of their like eye cream that I use it to depot my lipsticks in so that I'm not wasting any product. And I am so excited. Let's see, how many times did I finish this off? It took me 7 uses this month to finish this off completely. I started off the year with already 64 uses from last year. I think I rolled this into my project about this time last year. So total, I used this 114 times from the start of the project to the finish of this item. And I am happy. I am excited. I cannot believe it. And I'm proud of myself. I did it. It took a long time. Lipsticks tend to take a little bit more time than I think you realize, because for me, I want to get down, like, it doesn't feel like it takes a whole lot of time to get down to where I can depot it, but once I depot it, that's when I feel like it takes a long time. I feel like this has been depotted for a while now, but I'm so excited. That's everything that I have in my project. Let's go ahead and go into my 2 roll-ins. Now, to replace my Stay Naked foundation, I am going to go in with another foundation. I thought about going between a couple of different ones, but I decided to go in with my Milani Low foundation. And if it would have been a different time of year, I probably would have picked something different, because I have been debating on putting in a powder foundation, but because we're entering summer, I like to use very lightweight products, especially this time of the year, and this is probably one of the most lightweight foundations in my collection, so I feel like because of the time of the year I'm putting it in, I will get a lot of uses out of it. I did buy this last year, so this is fairly new to my collection, and I marked it. I may have marked it a little bit too soon, because it looks to me like there might be a little bit more product in than where the marking is, but the more I look at it, the more I think I'm kind of right there, maybe just above the line. I'm going to leave the line where it's at, and just knowing that even when I do mark the progress for next month, the difference may be a little bit more than what the line says, but I'm just going to leave it where it's at, because it's like right at the top of the little marking that I did. I am not quite halfway done with this. My goal, and I kept going back and forth on what my goal is. My goal is to either use this 50 times or to finish it completely. My plan is to get up to the 50 usage goal, and then decide whether or not I want to keep it in or roll it out of my project, depending on what time of the year it is, what my makeup preferences are at the time. But I think that for the summer, this will make a great option, and then maybe if I hit the 50 uses and it's like the dead of winter, I'll roll something a little bit more, I don't want to say heavy, but just a little bit more full coverage in, and I'm just gonna see where I'm at after I hit 50 uses, but I will definitely be planning on hitting the goal for 50 uses. So I think that leaves, I was trying to time it out from now to the end of the year, because I think if I were to use it 10 times a month from now to the end of the year, I would hit like around the 63 usage mark. I wanted to give myself some leeway. So realistically, my goal is going to be using it 8 to 9 times per month to get to that goal by the end of the year. Hopefully I will finish it sooner than that. And finally, to replace my lipstick, I wanted to take a break from lipsticks. I'm tired of wearing lipsticks or having them in my project pan. I do enjoy wearing lipsticks, but I just don't like wearing them every single day. So last year I did have a couple of concealers in my project pan, which was great. I decided to take a temporary break from them this year, but I feel like I'm ready to roll in another one. And this is my Benefit Boing Hydrating Concealer. This is a stick concealer. And so I have panned this before, so I know that, you know, like this here, it looks like it could be a little bit more product in there, but because of with my experience of panning it before, I probably don't have very much left at all. My guess is I'll finish this in 2 to 3 months, if not sooner. So when you look at the markings, you're gonna have to notice that, you know, realistically it's where it's at, but honestly I really don't have much left to go. I probably am gonna, the marking's probably not gonna hit the bottom of the lid here. It's probably gonna be like just a little bit higher than that. My guess is 2 to 3 months, and that's being conservative. Realistically 1 to 2, I would assume, based on my experience panning this. This is one of my favorite concealers, so I'm a little bit sad to be panning it, but at the same time, if I pan it and I really want it again, I'll just buy another one. It's not that big of a deal, and this brand, though it is a high-end brand, it's not the most pricey brand out there. And again, it's lightweight, it's great for summer. I think it'll pair really well with the foundation, and that is everything I have for this month. I am so excited with my progress this month. And again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. God bless, and bye guys.